First one we're going through is a Russian. So I'm gonna get a Russian, controlling the wrist, controlling high up on the shoulder. My goal here is not to cause pressure like an arm bar. My goal is to control the arm so that I can move it out of the way to attack. So I'm gonna get a nice control high on the shoulder and the wrist. I'm gonna stay in a good stance as I do this. I shuffle back leg in first. I push the wrist across to his far pocket. Step my right leg out. Drop my knee. Get to position here. Do it a few times here. Russian. I might create some pressure. Push, step, hit my shot. Russian. Pressure. Push. Get into my shot. One more. And I'm doing this to the same side every time. That allows me to keep a good stance. I have nice control. Feet to the far pocket. Step. Get my angle there. The next one we're going to is an underhook. So an underhook, I'm going to that same side again. There's a lot of different ways I can get to the underhook. For now, we can go club underhook. So I can club with my left hand, dig my underhook with my right arm. From here, I'm going to do the same penetration step and the same footwork. Instead of pushing the wrist across, I lift my elbow up, I step my feet, back leg in first, right leg deep. My knee is aiming behind his heel, and I can either reach left hand or both hands at the same time. So I can do it almost like a knee pull where I open here, pull myself in, or I can do it where I'm stepping and just dropping both hands at the same time. There's a lot of variations on ways to get to a single. For now, all of our shots are going to be angle knee drop, where we hit our knee and we get to the same position. That way, it all makes sense and kind of flows together nice. Third option, I'm going club single. So a club single works very well for me when I can't get to my underhook or my Russian. And sometimes that'll be because he's maybe better at hand fighting, or he's doing a good job keeping his elbows in tight. It's hard to dig my underhooks. On my club single, I keep a good stance. I'm clubbing with my trail hand. So for me, that's my left hand. And my goal is to push as much weight over his back leg. This will cause him to want to bring his head back to neutral, and when he does, I pull it some. That's going to bring his leg a little closer to me. Starting a good stance. Club hard, pushing the weight over that back leg. As he brings his head back, pull, step, angle knee drop. Good stance, club, putting the weight over that back leg, pull, rotating in. Club, pull, rotating in. As I do this, I'll make small adjustments with my feet so that I stay in good position and can attack quickly. If I was to push his weight over, but I never really adjust my feet when I pull back, it might be a little harder for me to get in. So as I club, I bring my body in, and then when I pull his head back, I'll adjust my back foot so I can get it. Depending on how far he is away, I may adjust my foot back. Behind me, I might step straight back, I might pull it in, depends on my positioning there. Next we're going to is an inside tie, where I'm pulling with my left hand. This one is a little more advanced, so if you have the other ones down, this is a great technique, and I think this one adds a little more of a trick aspect to it where most people are not used to this type of pull. So I'm getting inside tie with my left hand high in the armpit. My goal here is to pull and get his back leg to come forward. So we're in our stance here, inside tie. I'm gonna step away from the leg I want, and I'm gonna pull to me some. So the direction I pull is not necessarily straight down or into me. I'm almost pulling my elbow out. So I'm pulling my elbow back and out, and it gets him to step his back leg. The reason he steps his back leg is because as I pull, it puts weight on the front leg, and it makes it difficult for him to lift it up. So as I'm pulling, because there's weight on his front leg, he's going to step his back leg to adjust. From here, dropping into my shot. Inside tie, step back, pull, into my shot. Different angle. Inside tie, step back, pull. I'm getting into a perfect shot. The inside tie with my right hand feeds off when I have a right side tie up, same type of position. This one to me is a little bit simpler to learn, but it's hard to implement in a match. What I'm going to do is control high. I'm going to step back in the same motion, but I'm going to be pulling hard with my right hand, and I meet him halfway. Here. The reason I think this move is a little harder to hit in matches is because it's a little bit obvious. Usually when you're starting to go inside tie like this, people kind of know that that shot's coming, so they'll really fight inside of it, control the elbow. It becomes hard to hit it. Still a very good technique, but if it's the only one you have, people are probably going to be able to feel it. So, a few more reps. Inside tie, pull, hand goes to the hip, shoot. Pull, shoot. Another little trick I like to do with this is I like to use my left hand to push away. So, I'm not going to shoot this with double inside. I'm going to go thumb block with my left. That way, if he does try to shoot, I'm in position to down block or to stop his shot with my thumb. And it allows me, as I pull, to push him away, to get weight off that leg, and it pushes me in some. So it makes my shot a little bit faster. So I go inside tie, thumb block, pull, snap into my shot. The last one that I like to do is an over tie. This one's kind of sneaky, and this one I'll hit a lot of times if the person I'm wrestling continues to fight inside to my collar. So if I have a collar tie and he starts to fight back in, this would be the perfect time to hit it. From here, I pull his head to his bicep. I'm going to take my left hand, like I would if I was on the shotgun, to the top of his tricep, step back, pull him over my shoulder, and into my shot. So I'm at a collar tie, he fights in. We have the same. I have a collar tie, he has a collar tie, except I'm over. Shotgun grip, step, pull hard, get him over your shoulder, and in. Here. One more detail with this is I don't want to hang in this position very long because I don't have the advantage. Yes, there's techniques I can do, but I'm not going to hang here for very long. The second he fights in, I'm going to go. So if I had inside, if I had the collar tie and he started to fight in, as he's reaching, that to me would be the perfect time to hit it.